Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? We wanted to ask if any of you had questions about God that we could answer. And today, Mason has a question. So, Mason, what's your question?
Hi, Corey. Hi, Rosie. My question about God is how big He is.
That's a great question, Mason. Corey, do you think God is big? Well, my God is so big, so strong and so mighty. Well, yes, I think God is big. I think He's bigger than a mountain. He's bigger than an ocean. He's bigger than the biggest thing I can think of. Hey, kids, what's the biggest thing you can think of?
The biggest thing I can think of is Goliath. Something really big as a mountain. Something that's really big is a tree.
Something big is a house.
The biggest thing I can think of is the Calgary Tower.
The city.
And the biggest tower in the world. The ocean's big and water's big. The biggest thing I can think of is the sun. I know that I can climb up most of the way up a mountain higher than a helicopter. The biggest thing is the sky. The ocean's really big.
The two biggest things I can think of is the earth and heaven.
That's a lot of big stuff, kids. Did you know God is bigger than all of that put together? The Bible says that God measured the heavens with His own measuring tape. Really? Hey, I used a measuring tape with my dad once. Hey, Spencer, could you show us how to use a measuring tape?
This is how you measure it. 30 inches.
That's great, Spencer. So if God used a measuring tape, how big do you think God is compared to all those stars and all the heavens? Yeah, wow, God must be bigger than them, doesn't He? Yeah, He sure is. And do you know He put each of the stars in each of the constellations? Do you know how far apart the stars are? Millions and billions of miles apart. Light years apart. You're right. Hey, Rosie, I remember that the Bible says, too, that we can't go anywhere away from God's presence just because He's so big. That's right, Corey. Psalm 139 says, "Where can I go from your presence? Even if I fly on the wings of the morning or go to the farthest parts of the sea, even there you are with me." God is so amazing, Rosie. But why is He so big? That's a good question, Corey. Hey, kids, why is God so big?
Because He builded the whole earth.
Because He looks after us. Because He holds the world in His palm. God needs to be big to face the devil.
And to build heaven for everyone.
Well, because He made us.
And He gets away the devil.
God is so big because He made the whole entire world. And how would He do that if He wasn't so big?
Those are all great answers, kids. God definitely has to be big in order to make and run the whole universe. Yeah, and if I know He's big enough to rule the whole universe, I guess He's big enough to help me with any problem I might have, like my homework, or bullies at school, or like even getting healing, or my protection. That's right, Corey. When God told Job how big He was and how He made everything in the universe, Job said back to God, "I know you can do everything." That's in Job 42, verse 2.
My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do for you.
Hey, Rosie, I think it's time to learn a memory verse. Hey, Natalia, can you give us today's memory verse?
Today's memory verse is 2 Chronicles 2:6. Not even the highest heavens can contain God.
Thanks, Natalia. And remember, kids, God is big enough to make the universe and everything in it. And he's also big enough to do anything you need him to, like help you with homework, or conquer a fear, or help you obey your parents. God is ready to give you his power whenever you ask him for it. So, Mason, I hope that answers your question today. How big is God? Well, he's bigger than anything. And that answers your question. So, see you all later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, Corey. Bye, Rosie. Thank you for answering my question. Bye.
God is so big and he's so small. He's big enough to rule the universe, small enough to live in my heart.